Introducing an alien and a first generation Haitian. Live on the microcomputer, where there's soft windows through which we levitate with style and grace. Imagine that, B.I.G. debut, pixelated soul food. Let's break some bread. Welcome to Blacks in Tech.
My name is Kat Noel, she, they pronouns. I am a content designer on the Experiences and Devices team.
My name is Jamel Jenkins, and I am a senior software engineer at Microsoft.
Hey yo, who do be you be?
Sakafet to all my fellow Haitians at Microsoft. I'm a born and raised New Yorker. I am queer. I'm a wife. I'm a mother to an absolutely brilliant 14-month-old baby girl.
Jamel from the ATL, leader of the Jenkins clan. Proud girl dad, training like a champion.
I helped my wife launch her 10-pound fitness company, her website, so she's excelling now. I also helped a friend launch their hair calendar called Hair for the Culture, and it is an inspiration for Black women to embrace their natural hair.
I think I saw a prompt that said talk your shit or brag on yourself, so co-leading the full-scale refresh of Microsoft Editor's inclusive language feature. You can find it in Word, Outlook, Editor browser extension, and also PowerPoint. The beauty of the inclusive language feature is that it offers users a non-judgmental, safe space to reduce the risk of offending their readers. I mean, if that could be my soul, my greatest claim to fame while here, it's well worth it. Something that I would definitely hold my head up high and be proud of.
Find out that my dad was diagnosed with cancer, sarcomas, and that was a whole battle. He beat it the first time, and then the second time it came back stronger, ended up on his lungs, and he ended up passing. Probably the hardest thing that I ever dealt with in life, just because since I was always leading the charge in the family, in the tech space, or trying to grow my career in that area, I felt like I was past the mantle, like I was past the baton, like, hey, it's up to you to now lead the family.
It's easy to just get overwhelmed by a culture that just doesn't feel like it's yours, wasn't made with you in mind.
Just knowing that I'm a representation of every single Black person that is coming into the software engineer space or is already here, that alone gives me inspiration just to keep pushing. I'm doing what I can to help the community by giving back, reaching out to people. Anybody who reached out to me on LinkedIn, I make sure I inspire them, connect with them, see what I can do to help them get in somewhere, to help keep pushing them to the next level. But yeah, I don't think it definitely takes time. I think it's just more so trying to learn and figure out how to navigate through things, but also speaking up in the right way to make sure that you're heard and that things are, you're trying to make a change and that things are changing. We're not just necessarily getting a symbol of change, but actually actual change happening. So I think that's what sustains me, knowing and continue to talk to other people that are in my same position and trying to figure out how we can continue to navigate and inspire each other.
There has been a lot more educating, and that emotional labor is taxing, having to explain or having to be explained as far as like all of my identities and how they intersect. It's a lot to be the first time someone encounters someone like you. And so what sustains me is that community I speak of, my loved ones. What sustains me is ERGs and employee resource groups like BAM, to be able to walk into a room and, at least when it comes to our visible identity, have something in common. I think just that like base level of being understood and seen helps so much to just put your burden confidence down, like not feel as if you need to have a guard up and prepare yourself for some sort of backhanded comment or someone's ignorance. Yeah, just space to breathe and gather yourself has been really important. And also having allies. Again, my manager, Deborah Harrison, is someone that I consider a friend, someone that I'm able to go and just vent to without censoring my feelings and my thoughts. And I will say Microsoft is trying. It's definitely trying compared to other tech companies. But again, there's more work that needs to be done.
Origin stories.
First time my parents brought home a Dell desktop. It was the first time that people used to get those disks from AOL and install it so they can sign on to AIM and talk to their friends. It was like the first social platform. Internet kept improving. People started downloading music. And at that time, a lot of people were getting viruses on their computers. When we got viruses on our computer, I was the person that wanted to figure it out.
I was trained as a journalist in a past life, and how I ended up at Microsoft was really due to no intentional effort on my part. It was all really chance, I would say. I was working temporary contract gigs and also part-time at a restaurant. Temp agency that I had submitted my application to reached out saying that a manager at Microsoft had seen my portfolio and would like to talk to me about a part-time vendor role. That manager eventually reached out to me directly outside of the agency, wanting to see if there was any interest on my part for a full-time job. The first interview went great. I progressed in the interview process, and
I was in DevColor, a Black software engineer program, and it just really gives you different connections to different Black engineers at different companies. So I connected with a lot of people there, went to a lot of different conferences. That's where I kind of got inspired to start interviewing, and my wife pushed me, and as I got close to it, I landed the job at Microsoft, and I was so shocked. I was so shocked that I was now at Microsoft, because it was always a dream since I was a kid, since I was hacking away and trying to figure out how to get viruses off computers. That was like the best high, and I was just like, we did it. Like, we did it, Dad.
Here I am. I mean, honestly, truth be told, I was ecstatic.